Hello students, today we are going to solve exercise 4.7, that is the word problems on multiplication. In my previous video you have seen and you have understood that what should be the steps to solve the word problem. So keeping those rules and the steps in mind, let's go and conquer this problem. It says a packet contains 144 balloons. Find the number of balloons in such 26 packets. Write the number sentence. Now students, before we solve this problem, let's understand the problem. We'll read it once again and understand it. It says a packet contains 144 balloons. Here I would like to bring your notice to the word A. A means 1, right? So in one packet there are 144 balloons. Now you have to find the number of balloons in such 26 packets. Okay, if one packet has 144 balloons, how many balloons would be there in 26 packets? Also, then the next part of the question is write the number sentence. So let's solve first the first part of it, that is to find out how many balloons would be there in 26 packets. Now you have to see the keywords. Keywords are find the number of balloons, find the number, right students? Then we have to see the numbers. The numbers over here is 144 and 26, right? Now after seeing this, the question comes into mind that what is this number 144? What is it telling, right? So we see that 144 are the balloons. Then we have the second number, that is 26. And what is this 26? So the answer to 26 is that these are the number of packets, right students? Now we'll see that if one packet has 144 balloons, then how many balloons would be there in 26 packets? So let's see how to do this. So over here in word problems, we don't write the answer, but we write the word solution, right? And then we write the first statement. The first number we had is 144. And what was the answer to 144? It was number of balloons in a packet. Here again, A means 1. So I write 144. Then we have the second number 26. What is this number all about? This is the number of packets. How many packets are there? 26. Now what we have to find? Find the number, right? So we will write here total number of balloons. How you will get it? By multiplying. If one packet has 144, then 26 packets will have 144 multiplied by 26. Now in our previous session you have learned how to multiply, but still I am telling you over here 144 multiplied by 26. Remember to put and arrange the digits as per the place value. So I write 144 and 26. Ones under ones, tens under tens. There's no digit here at 100, so it goes like this. Now you have to multiply the first digit which is at right side, that is at ones, from ones to ones. Okay, so I multiply 6 by 4 to get 24. 4 here, 2 carry over. Now the same number, as you know it, this is a multiplicand and this is multiplier. So first we will multiply with the ones digit and the complete multiplicand. That is, first we have multiplied with 4, 6, 24, 24, 2, 6 times 4 is 24 plus 2, 26, 6 and 2, 6 times 1 is 6 and 2, 8, right? So we have finished with the ones digit and multiplied all the numbers of multiplicand. Then we have the digit at tens place. Now, when we come to tens place, we put 1 cross or 0. Now, you multiply with tens digit, that is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. Now, add up these two rows. So, 4, if anything is added to 0, it is the same number. So, 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 8 is 14. 4. Now, 1. Now, students, I have not put 1 as a carry over here because this is not multiplying. We are adding. So, these two rows becomes the numerals for addition. So, I have put 1 over here. So, 8 and 1, 9 and 8, 17, 7, 1 carry over, 2 and 1, 3. So, I get it 3744. How do you write in a concluding statement? It would be, you had to find the number of balloons in this. So, total number of balloons, right. So, similarly, 3744 balloons are there in such 26 packets. Right, students? This is how we do the word problem. But there is a second part also in the question, that is, we have to write the number sentence, right? So, number sentence goes, whatever you have done in row wise, you have to write down in a sentence form. You have already done in your addition and subtraction. Okay. So, number sentence goes, 144 multiplied by 26 is equal to 3744. So, this is how we do the problem of multiplication. Is clear, students? We'll see in the next question. Now, students, question number 3. As question number 2 is based on question number 1, which you can easily solve on the basis of question number 1. So, let's go for question number 3. Question number 3 says, a man buys 28 liters of milk every day. How many liters of milk will he buy in 329 days? Students, as I told you, first it is very important to understand the question. Let's read it again. A man buys 28 liters of milk every day. Means that in one day he buys 28 liters, right? Every day means one day. Means he is buying in one day 28 liters of milk. And how many liters of milk will he buy in 329 days? The students, here I will like to bring a notice to you, that is, when a thing of one is given and we have to find out for more, then we need to multiply in that case. As for one day it is 28 liters and for 329 days we have to find it out. One day is given, we have to find it for more, so we'll multiply, right? So this much we have understood and we have worked out our problem. Now, how we will solve it? Let's check it out. So, we'll write the solution. Then, we'll write the first statement as 28 is a number given to us, which I have already highlighted it. Now, you have to ask the question to yourself, what is this 28 is all about? It is that a man buys liters of milk every day. So, we'll write the same thing. A man bought liters of milk every day, 28, right? Now, the next number that we have is 329. And what is this number telling us about? It is telling us the number of days. So, we'll write the next statement as number of days, 329. Now, as I told you, when anything for one is given and we have to find it for more, we will multiply. So, the next thing comes out to be total milk bought, that is 329 by 28. Right, students? We can write it 28 by 329 also. It's an order property of multiplication. If we write 2 by 3 or 3 by 2, the product remains the same. So, I have written the greater number first and multiplied by later. Now, we'll do the multiplication, 329 by 28. So, 8 times 9 is 72, 7. 8 times 2 is 16 and 7, 23. 3 carry 2. 8 times 3 is 24 and 2, 26. Now, why I have done this? I have taken the digit which is at one's place and multiplied the multiplicand first with the digits place, right? Then we multiply the multiplicand by tens digit, that is by 2. 2 times 9 is 18, and before this here I have put a cross, or you can put 0 over here. 2 times 9 is 18, 8, 1. Now students, to avoid the confusion, I can cut this 7 which was of prior. So I write cut down 7 and I write down 1 over here, right? So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 3 is 6, which I have written it over here, right? Then we add these two rows. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 8 is 11, 1. Now carry I have put it here because we are doing the addition of these two numerals. So 1 plus 6 is 7 and 5, 12, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 3 and 6, 9. Right? Now, what will be our concluding statement, since it's a word problem? So, our word problem goes over here is a man bought 9,212 liters of milk in 329 days. That's what he was asking. How many liters of milk will he buy in 329? From here only. A man, he means a man bought 9,212 liters of milk in 329 days. This is how we'll be solving this question. Right, students? Students, let's solve problem number 4. That is, the price of a toy is rupees 126. Find the price of 36 such toys. Students, this is the symbol for rupees. Okay. Now, the problem says the price of a toy is rupees 126. Here, a toy means one toy. The cost of one toy is of rupees 126. If the cost is 126 of one toy, he wants to know what is the price if I purchase 36 such toys. That is, the price of one toy is given and we have to find out the cost of more. So what we do? Yes, we do the multiplication, as when it is given of 1 and we have to calculate it for more, we multiply. So let's go for it. Cost of a toy in rupees. Since it is mentioned in rupees, so the price means the cost of one toy is 126. Then what is the second number? It is telling us the number of toys. So I'll write number of toys 36. Now we have to multiply as discussed earlier. So the total cost is 126 by 36. Then we do the multiplication of 126 and 36. It says 6 times 6 is 36. 6, 3, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 3, 15, 5, 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1, 7. Now I have put cross. Then I have done the multiplication by a written digit and have to multiply the multiplicand. So 3 times 6 is 18, 8, and carry 1. I cut down 3, okay, and write down 1 over here. Then 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. 3 times 1 is 3, okay, and add it up. So 6 and 0 is 6. 5 plus 8 is 13, 3. Again I have brought the carryover at near 7. That is at hundreds place. 7 and 1 is 8 and 7, 15. 5, 1, 3 and 1 is 4. Okay. So this numeral has given us the total cost. How we are going to write in our statement? Rupees, because it is 126 is in rupees and we have to calculate the price which is in rupees. So rupees 4,536. So rupees 4,536 is the price of 36 such toys, or rupees 4,536 is the price of 36 such toys. Or we can write the cost of 36 toys is rupees 4,536. This is also the way to write the concluding statement. That is, you can write like this also. The cost of 36 such toys is rupees 4,536. This can also be your concluding statement. Is that okay, students? Students, problem number 5, 6, 7 and 8 are based on the problems that we have already discussed. Now, let's see problem number 9. Okay, problem number 9 says a truck can carry 78 bags of maize. How many bags can be carried by 93 trucks? Though this problem is also similar to other that we have done, but still I have taken this as it has a different units. Okay, so the first part says a truck can carry 78 bags of maize. As you have known, a truck means one truck. One truck can carry only 78 bags of maize. You know what a maize is? It's a food grain like wheat. Okay, wheat, rice, maize. Okay, right. So one truck can carry 78 bags. Then how many bags would be carried by 93 trucks? Okay, so it's given of 78. Then how many would be for 93? Simple. Here also we multiply. Let's see how it goes. First number we had 78 and it is telling about the number of bags of maize. Fine. So we write down number of bags of maize in a truck. Means in one truck, how many? 78. Second number is telling us about the number of trucks. So we write down that also. Number of trucks is 93. Now what we have to find out? Total bags to be carried. So it becomes total bags in trucks is 78 by 93. And we do the simplification, that is this 78, 93. Now you must be noticing that I write the numbers as per the place value to avoid any confusion. So ones under ones, tens under tens. I multiply with the units digit, ones digit, now multiply it. So 3 times 8 is 24, 4, carry over 2, 3 times 7 is 21 plus 2, 23. Then I put a cross to start with the 10-digit numbers. So it is 9. 9 times 8 is 72. 2, 7. I have cut down this. Okay. So 9 times 7 is 63 and 7, 70. Now 4 and 0 is 4 because we have to add these two. So 4 and 0 is 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. Now there's nothing over here. So it means it's a 0 over here. Okay, so 0 plus 7 is 7. Now, what did we collect? That 7,254 is the product. But since we are doing the word problem, so it has to be a concluding statement. And this we have calculated the figure of total bags in trucks. So we write in a concluding statement that these many bags of maize can be carried by 93 trucks. How do we write? 7,254 bags of what? Bags of maize can be carried by 93 trucks. So you have to take these words only to write your concluding statement. 7,254 bags of maize can be carried by 93 trucks. This is how you do question number 4. This is how you do word problem number 9. Word problem number 10. A steel chair costs rupees 205. Find the cost of 39 chairs. I hope by now you know how to solve it. But still, let's see it. It says the steel chair, one chair has cost me 205 rupees. What will happen if I buy 39 chairs? Right? So, of course, you can do by adding it up. As a multiplication is the repeated addition, you can add 205 plus 205 plus 205 for 39 times, but it becomes lengthy. And you know, mathematics can be done in a short way also. Let's see how to do it. Yes, by multiplying. So let's see. Cost of a chair, that is cost of one chair, rupees 205. Then 39 is telling you about the number of chairs that you want to buy. Okay, so number of chairs is 39. How to find the total cost? Of course, you have to multiply. Total cost of chairs is rupees 205 by 39. You do the multiplication. Right. So 9 times 5 is 45. 5, 4. You know, 9 times 0 is 0 plus 4, 4. 9 times 2 is 18. Then putting a cross, 3 times 5 is 15. 5. I cut down this 4 and I write down 1 over here. And 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Add it up. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 and 5 is 9. 8 and 1 is 9. 6 and 1 is 7. So we have done the calculation. We have found out the product. Now, it's not a product but a concluding statement because it was a word problem to us. Okay. So what we had to calculate? The cost of 39 chairs. So we'll write rupees 7,995 is the cost of 39 chairs. Why this I put in rupees? Because you know 205 was rupees, right? So whatever the product has come, it is also in rupees. So that's why our concluding statement goes rupees 7,995 is the cost of 39 chairs. Okay, students? Students, after solving problem number 10, I have left problem number 11 for you to solve. And I have brought here problem number 12. Let's see what it is. It says, a bus can carry 52 children. How many children can go to picnic in 23 buses? Picnic. You like going to picnic? Okay, great. Now, with your friends or with the family? Friends. Good. So, they are going to picnic. We'll also go. Fine. After this lockdown period, we'll also enjoy in a picnic. But first, let's solve this problem. It says, in one bus, only 52 children can be seated. Right? If there are 23 buses available to us, how many children can be accommodated or can be seated in bus? That's what we have to calculate. We'll read the problem again. A bus can carry 52 children. Okay? In one bus, 52 children. Then, how many children can go to picnic in 23 buses? Then, if 23 buses are going, then how many children can go? Let's find it out. Number of children in a bus. Because 52 was what was it telling us? It was telling number of children. Where? In one bus. So, I've written number of children in a bus. How many? 52. Then the next number is 23. And 23 is what? Buses. Number of buses. So, number of buses comes to be 23. Then, I have to find out the total children. Fine. Total children in buses, 52 by 23. Right? Let's see the product. I multiply these two numbers. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 5 is 10. See, every time I write digit below the digit, so that there is no confusion while doing the addition. Okay. So, keep this in mind. Now, we add these two numerals. 6 and 0 is 6. 5 and 4 is 9. 1 and 0 is 1 and 1. So, this I've got 1196. So, what was it asking? How many children can go to picnic in 23 buses? So, our concluding statement becomes 1196 children can go to picnic in 23 buses. Right, students? This is the way to solve problem number 12. Now, let's solve problem number 13. It's very interesting. I know when we read the problem, it will be a watering mouth. How? Let's see. a box of chocolates has 24 slabs in it. Yeah, got it? Yes, chocolates. Now you have also feel like having a chocolate? We'll have it later. First, let's focus on the problem. A box of chocolates has 24 slabs in it. How many slabs will be there in 75 boxes? Write the number sentence. That makes two things have been asked. First, to find out the number of slabs which are there in 75 box. Second is, we have to write the number sentence also. But let's see first the first part. It says, a box of chocolate has 24 slabs in it. That makes in one box of chocolates, there are 24 slabs. Fine? We have to find out the total slabs in 75 boxes. Okay? So, two numbers which I have highlighted. Now, 24 slabs are there. Where? In one box. Okay? So, we write down as a statement. Number of slabs, because this is slabs, number of slabs. So, number of slabs in a box of chocolate, 24. Then we have 75, and what does it tell us? It is number of boxes, 75. Total slabs we have to calculate, right? How? By multiplying the two. So, 75 by 24 gives you this. How? 75 by 24, 4 times 5 is 20, 0. I put a 2 over here. 4 times 7 is 28 and 2, 30. Then across, 2 times 5 is 10, 0. I cut down this and I write down 1. 2 times 7 is 14 and 1, 15. 0, 0. 5 and 3 is 8, 1. So, 1800 comes after adding these two numerals. Okay. So, what did we get? Total slabs. That's what we were calculating by these. This number sentence? Right. So, 1800. How do we write this statement? 1800 slabs will be there in 75 boxes of chocolates. Okay, students? And we have to write one more thing, that is to write the number sentence. So, after this concluding statement, we'll end up by writing the number sentence. Number sentence, just you have to write 75 by 24 is equal to 1800. This is the sentence you are writing. So, sentence, but not of words, but of numbers. So, this is our way to solve this problem number 13. Now, students, let's solve problem number 14. Okay. The price of a table is rupees 725. On Monday, Amit sold 9 tables. How much amount did he receive on that day? Here, we have seen that Amit is doing the business of tables. He has sold 9 tables. Now, let's see how to proceed further. In this problem, it is given the price of a table. A table means one table. So, one table is of 725 and he has sold on Monday 9 tables. So, one table is this, 9 tables for how much? That we have to calculate the amount for 9 tables. Now, they are not asking, see, the language has been changed. Now, they want to know how much amount did he receive on that day. Who received? Amit. When? After selling these 9 tables. When one table is of 725 rupees, then how much would be for 9 tables? It is the same, only the language has been twisted. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Before that, the numbers are there, 725 and 9. 725 is what? The cost of one table. So, cost of a table is rupees 725. Second number is 9 and it is telling you the number of tables. So, tables sold on Monday. 9. Then total amount received, because he's asking. Now, it's not asking the total cost. See, the things are there, but we have to write this statement based on the problem. He has asked how much amount did he receive on that day. So, total amount received. Okay. How? By multiplying these two numbers, that is rupees 725 by 9. So, students, we find the product of rupees 725 and 9. 725 by 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 5. I write down 4 here. 9 times 2 is 18 and 4, 22. 2. 2. 9 times 7 is 63 plus 2, 65. Now, I have calculated How much amount did he receive on that day? Total amount received. So this is rupees, as we were doing of rupees, right? So this is rupees. So this is also rupees, right, student? So Amit received rupees 6,525 on Monday. This is the way to solve the various word problems. I hope they are clear to you. And now I have missed out some because they were based on the ones which I have already done, and that is for you to practice. So keep practicing it and you will be doing it successfully. All the very best.